happened there, but we are reporting and hearing inside the courtroom that the former president, Donald Trump, did not necessarily react when the verdict was read on guilty on all counts. We're also getting statements in here from a close ally of Trump's, the Speaker, Mike Johnson, saying in a statement about this guilty verdict, saying today is a shameful day in American history. Democrats cheered as they convicted the leader of the opposing party on ridiculous charges predicated on the testimony of a disbarred convicted felon. This was a purely political exercise, not a legal one. The weaponization of our justice system has been a hallmark of the Biden administration, and the decision today is further evidence that Democrats will stop at nothing to silence dissent and crush their political opponents. The American people see this as lawfare, and they know it is wrong and dangerous. President Trump will rightfully appeal this absurd verdict, and he will win. So we're also just getting this shot, potentially the motorcade. We'll monitor it as he walks outside of this courthouse. Also reaction from Don Jr. on social media. Guilty on all counts. The Democrats have succeeded in their years-long attempt to turn America into a third world. Not an expletive there. The November 5th is a chance to save it. So you can hear just some of the language from different people, including the son there of the former president, guilty on all counts. Let's continue here on Live Now from Fox. I'm going to bring Andrew Kraft into the conversation because I know he has a lot on his mind. Kraft, any questions right now top of mind for Nima as we learn all this news? We hear the reaction from all aisles of the spectrum.
So, yeah, I just want to reiterate, too, what the charges were, these 34 counts. Falsifying business records in the first degree, and Nima has done a great job of explaining that these are Class E felonies. But, Nima, you were mentioning possible mistakes by the defense. In hindsight, the defense not calling more witnesses, including their own client, was that seen, or is that going to be seen as overconfidence on their part? This was a smart jury. You and I have talked about this. Two lawyers on that jury, this jury based in New York here. What are some of the recriminations? What are some of the lessons learned if you're Todd Blanche and his defense team, or was the deck stacked against you from the get-go?
I don't know if this was necessarily a winnable case, but the defense did itself no favors. You cannot lose credibility with your jurors. You cannot overpromise and underdeliver. If you say a witness is going to testify, you better put that witness on the stand. I'm sure the jurors remember that, because I was thinking that this case was going to be an accountant that was going to be a fall guy or girl, and that was going to explain those records. That didn't happen. The defense made this case solely about Michael Cohen. And we've talked about how terrible of a witness is, how unlikable he is, how not credible he is. But the prosecution did a good job of corroborating that testimony with folks like David Pecker, who the jurors believe, that recording related to Karen McDougal, Weisselberg's notes. They brought out all those bad facts about Cohen in their case in chief on direct, the state did, and really took the wind out of the defense's sails. So they needed to put on more witnesses, they needed to put on better witnesses, and Donald Trump should have testified. Huge mistake by him not doing so.
You know, we are getting so many of these incredible scenes from around the courthouse. So many Trump opponents, so many Trump supporters are coming out there in Lower Manhattan to just watch the spectacle. I just want to take the viewers back to last March. This was the first indictment secured against former President Trump out of the 4 that he faces right now. We have a resolution on the first one. Last March, he came to New York City. He was arraigned in a courtroom. The district attorney who brought the case, Alvin Bragg, was there in the courtroom. He was there in the courtroom also yesterday. I'm not entirely sure if we're going to hear from Alvin Bragg and his team, possibly a little bit later on. We don't know that just yet, but I would expect we're going to hear from the prosecution about their reaction here. And this was the political dynamics at play, Nima and Andy. And you remember this, and the viewers know this. There was a paradox at play. Each time Donald Trump was indicted on criminal charges, felonies, and misdemeanors, his support in the polls would rise. And so many of his even supporters and detractors alike could not, get a sense of why this was happening. And now Donald Trump is a convicted felon going into the summer, going into the convention there in Milwaukee in August. And so I just have to ask, what limitations or inhibitions on Donald Trump, the person, will he have now that he is a convicted felon when it comes to, will he be able to even vote for himself in the state of Florida? Are there going to be prohibitions on his person now that he is a convicted felon? You said, Nima, he's not going to be remanded into custody, but he is going to go throughout the entire campaign season now with that moniker. And we might see, as we have seen, his support only grow after this, but it could have the adverse effect. If you're a convicted felon, and even you have the Trump effect where your support has grown with these indictments, this is new territory because now it is official, and we'll just have to wait and see how his support either grows or degrades.
All right,
let
me cut you off real quick because we see the former president now walking up to the cameras. Let's just listen into what he has to say after being found guilty on all of these charges there in New York City.
This was a disgrace. This was a rigged trial by a conflicted judge who was corrupt. It's a rigged trial, a disgrace. They wouldn't give us a venue change. We were at 5% or 6% in this district, in this area. This was a rigged, disgraceful trial. But the real verdict is going to be November 5th by the people. And they know what happened here, and everybody knows what happened here. You have a Soros-backed DA and the whole thing. We didn't do a thing wrong. I'm a very innocent man, and it's okay. I'm fighting for our country. I'm fighting for our Constitution. Our whole country is being rigged right now. This was done by the Biden administration in order to wound or hurt an opponent, a political opponent. And I think it's just a disgrace. And we'll keep fighting. We'll fight till the end and we'll win because our country's gone to hell. We don't have the same country anymore. We have a divided mess. We're a nation in decline, serious decline. Millions and millions of people pouring into our country right now from prisons and from mental institutions, terrorists, and they're taking over our country. We have a country that's in big trouble. But this was a rigged decision right from day one with a conflicted judge who should have never been allowed to try this case, never. And we will fight for our Constitution. This is long from over. Thank you very much.